Okay, here we are. I'm Kerry McElroy. We're back again. It's Wednesday. If you missed us last week, I'm here with three of my greatest training friends, three of the most talented gals I could ever meet. It's so much nicer today, so we're outside. Well, Patty and Vivian are inside, but Barb and I are outside. So we're going to do a very similar workout from last week. Last week, we brought you chest and triceps and core. This week, we're going to bring you back and biceps. And again, some similar issues where we're going to have 4 different perspectives. So we've got Barbara's going to show us the mountain woman version of doing some back. She's got some great outdoor stuff. Vivian's back indoors in a beautiful studio with her tubes, and Patty's back in her beautiful studio with some dumbbells, and myself, I'm on the deck with a bar and some plates. Okay, so again, 4 different perspectives, back and biceps, nice home workout. Everybody's got some version of what we're going to show you today. So let's have some fun. Without further ado, Barb will do mountain workout. Here we go.
Hey, how are you? So I have some straps here. I'm sure everyone has some straps at home, maybe set to tie something to the top of your car. This right here has a little clip on it. It's something you use when you're training for running. It comes around you, around your chest, and then someone pulls you back. But I hooked it up to this tree, and I'm going to show you how to do a pull up in a tree with a little bit of assist from my little rock wall here.
Sorry.
Hang all the way down. And I'm going to give it a nice pull and turn and squeeze at the top. Pinch my shoulder blades back. And that's it, a pull up.
Awesome. You gonna do lower back too, Barb?
Okay, yeah, right, sorry. Over here. So low back, right? That's a big thing. A lot of people have sore backs. So here we go. I have a lawn chair, and I'm gonna lean over the lawn chair so that my hips are supported on. I'm gonna drop my legs down below onto my patio, and I'm gonna grab onto my lawn chair, and I'm gonna squeeze my butt, straighten my legs, a little pause, and come back down. Squeeze. And down.
Nice.
Back extension.
Nice. And it goes without saying, just make sure, folks at home, if you're doing that one, make sure you have a lawn chair that's not going to tip forward. You know, make sure you have a nice heavy lawn chair.
Right. And a cushion.
All right. Awesome. Thanks, Barb. We're going over to Vivian down below. She's going to show us some tube workouts for back.
Tubes. Again, these are tubes, different sizes, meaning different. Oh, I lost the word, but I'm thinking, help me, Kerry. Different resistance, that's what it is. I get stage fright all of a sudden. And plus there's a loose dog, and my son just brought the dog in. So we got a runaway dog running around. So anyway, back here. So we get different resistance here. So you can get them at Target, online, and you can hook them into your door or on a bar. So we're gonna get started, and we're gonna work upper back with a little bit of core and lower body, so you get more bang for your buck. And also, your heart rate might go up. All right, so you're just gonna put it in the door, or if you have a bar, just put it on the bar. And you're gonna face the door or the bar, palms are down. And you have a nice little athletic stance, about feet about hip distance apart, knees are bent, little bend in the knees, arms about shoulder height. You're gonna bring the arms up over the head, and in a dynamic fashion, you're gonna pretend you're gonna sit down in your chair, okay? So here we go, I'm gonna give you 3. So we got 1, 2, and 3. So you're fixing those heels into the ground because this band or tubing is pulling you towards it. So you really have to think about core and sitting back in the glutes. So I'll show you 2 more times. So we're here, and palms go past the hips, up, and one more. And that's the first exercise. Now we have one more exercise, but there's 3 different positions for the hands. So it just works the back in a different way, moving the hands in a different position. So the first one, again, feet under the hips, pull your belly in, squeeze your glutes. Your arms are about shoulder height, arms are straight, and what you're doing is pulling back, bringing those elbows to the opposite walls, pinching those shoulder blades back, pausing on the pinch, exhaling on the hard part of your exercise. So you can have those hands facing down, or you can bring the palms up and then pull the elbows back like this. Dropping those shoulder blades down. Again, your core is engaged, squeezing the glutes. And we got one more where palms are together and squeeze. Again, accentuating the chest, pinching those shoulder blades back. And boom, you got it.
Nice. Yeah. So get a nice way to go all the way around the back by just that simple hand motion, overhand, underhand, and palms facing. I mean, awesome. Just these little tiny things make a huge difference in what positions and muscles in the back we target. Excellent. Great. All right. Over to you, Patty Chin. Oops, wrong way. There we go.
Good afternoon. I was thinking about, I'm going to be working the back also. First one I'm going to do is the working the lats using a dumbbell. However, if you don't have a dumbbell and you have even broken broomsticks to start out practicing with, this is not a broomstick, but if you have something like this, it'll still be just as well. And often people say, well, out of all those exercises, which one's the best one? I mean, I'm in a hurry. I want to get something done. I don't want to take the slow road. The most important thing is all of it is the best you can do. You want to have variety. If you're good at one thing, you definitely want to be changing up. So I'm going to be looking at the lats, palms over, facing the back with a bent over. My feet are about hip width apart, making sure my feet are well planted into the ground. I take my hand, even though you can't see everything right here. Let me just try to lower it a little bit.
Yeah, there you go, Patty. Perfect. Perfect. Yep.
So taking the my feet about hip width apart, palms facing behind me, I'm coming up, and I'm squeezing together at the top, letting my arms come down gently back to the start position. Up, squeeze, taking it back down. The best way, keep your head straight. I'm just looking for the sake of the camera, but you want to bring your arms right back down again. So I do it one more time. We're going up, squeezing at the top, slowly coming down. It's working the lats. Also, you're going to feel it in your triceps. But that's always a good thing too, 2 for 1. Second of all, we'll look at the traps. I'm going to change this up with this bar here, but like I said, you can use either one. Yesterday I was going heavier with it, but whichever works for you. So again, feet hip width apart. My back is nice and straight. I'm over. I'm going to be taking straight arms up. I'm at a 30-degree angle coming up. When you come down, you don't want to let your arms fall down. Sometimes people substitute weight for form. Form is always the #1 thing we're going for. So we're going up, working the traps, coming back down, nice and gentle. Exhale up, bringing it down. Wrists are nice and locked. And there we have traps and lats.
Nice. All right, Patty, beautiful. All right, now I'm up. So I'm just going to grab a bar, and I'm going to do some deadlifts, which are going to work the lower back. And then I'm going to do some one-arm pulls, which are going to really work the lats and the teres major and teres minor, which I always, well, Laura Hathaway will tell us, right? All the bodybuilders, you want to have that wide lat, right? When you're doing a flex. So I'm going to start with a bar. Now, if you don't have a bar at home, like Patty said, you can easily use a broomstick. Not really a big deal. So I love that commercial on TV where the guy's got the broomstick in the 2 cinder block buckets. Have you seen that? It's cute. It's I don't know if it's Verizon or what, but it's really cute. So so I'm going to start with, again, we're going to take a look at, I think this is probably fine. I have to adjust this. So I think I'm okay. just so you can see my feet too, I want you to see my feet position. On a deadlift, you want to make sure that your heels are right underneath your hips. You don't want to be too wide or you're going to hurt your back. This isn't a squat. This is, you're going to tip forward. Here's the side view. Can you guys see me okay?
Yes.
Pushing your hips back and standing up to the heels. Okay, so now let me grab the bar itself, but I want to show the feet first. So again, working the low back, the hamstrings, and the glutes. Okay, so all of those muscles working together to make you stronger throughout the back. You know, you can't, we're doing some isolated back here, but everything's connected to everything, obviously. Okay, so gals, help me here because the sun's on me, so I don't know if you guys can see me, okay? So again, we'll just show the feet first. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. I want you to throw the chest forward, push the hips back, okay? Drive that bar probably right down to the shins, and you're gonna stand up through the heels, okay? So again, just tipping forward, pushing those hips back. I'm gonna give you a side view in a minute. Standing up to the heels. I can feel my hamstrings, my glutes, and my lower back firing in that order, okay? So let's get the side view here. Can you guys see me okay?
Yes.
So we push back. Again, probably to the mid shins. Stand up. You're not picking up the bar. You're just driving up with your lower body. Okay, so we're going to feel that in the hamstrings, the glutes, and the low back in that order. Okay, so a nice little deadlift for you. Now, if you don't have a bar, you can certainly do the same thing with dumbbells. So just fix this just a little bit here. So you can do the same thing. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Just take dumbbells or plates. Again, heels right underneath hips, maybe slightly wider. Again, tip those hips back. Drive the plates or dumbbells down underneath the knee. Stand up. And again, right outside the hips. So again, here's the side view. You guys want to see it here? Tipping. The key is to keep the chest nice and tall. A little bit of a pull, a squeeze in the shoulder blades here so you can protect the back. Remember, we want to work the lower back but not hurt yourself, okay? You want to use the legs to be part of that, okay? The other thing I've got for you too is the one-arm row. What's important about the one-arm row, just gonna grab one of these for a minute here. I'm gonna take two. One-arm row is that you can really concentrate again on the lats and the teres major, which are kind of the lat spread if you're into bodybuilding. So again, same thing. Anytime we tip forward, we want to have heels right underneath hips, maybe slightly wide. You don't want to be too wide because when you're tipping forward, you're going to hurt yourself, okay? So here's the side view. I'm just going to lift my chest, tip forward, scoop my hips up, just let the dumbbell or plates hang and pull right by your side. It doesn't have to be too high. You don't want to flex the neck. You just want to work the lats here, okay? So again, it's nice to have one side you can really concentrate. Now, it may look very different or feel very different on the other side. Everybody else have a dog barking in the yard at the same time? That's all right. So again, we're pulling, driving up. Again, I can't stress enough, keep those hips back, working the outer lats here, okay? Now, if you want to, here's the other thing, just make sure that your chest is nice and flat and square so to where you're facing. So if you want to put your opposite arm out, here's a little bit of balance too, okay? And here as well. Okay, and you're gonna really feel that, okay? And again, you're gonna feel the lower back engaged too as we're in that position, okay? All right, so there's back, 4 different perspectives. Let's take a look at biceps. Barb, mountain woman, she's got her log ready, I can tell.
Yeah, sorry for the noise here.
Of course, as soon as I come on, he starts barking.
So with all the storms, I'm sure people have some sticks in their yard or some big things that fell from the trees. So I'm going to just show you a bicep curl with what I have, just this log here, okay? So you got a nice big log. Your belly's in nice and tight.
Is that good?
Soft knees. And I'm just going to give it a little curl right up to my chest.
Yeah.
Shoulder blades pinch back. Inside. That's it.
Bob, you're killing us. That is awesome. I love it. Nice. Awesome. Vivian, go ahead. We got biceps.
Okay, biceps, again with the tubing, it's attached. We're facing our anchor point. And with this type of bicep, we're going to keep our arms coming out of the shoulders. All right, they're not down here. We're up through the shoulders. We're going to hold that position. And that way we're working our shoulders as well as our biceps. And also a little bit of core is incorporated in here too because of the pull of the tubing wanting to bring you into the wall. So here we go. I always like to say athletic stance. Athletic stance is like when you're playing tennis and you want to catch a ball on the ground. You're in that feet hip distance apart, little bend in the knees and a little hinge in your hip. Get that booty back. That's a little hinge in the hip. All right, so we're standing, arms are straight out, shoulders height, drop the shoulders down, and we just bring the fist to the temple. Can you see me on that? Fist to the temple, up and down. Again, keeping those elbows high, working the shoulders as a secondary muscle, and core is engaged. So there you have it, a little different twist on a bicep curl.
Beautiful. I love it, Vivian. Awesome. And again, just some different things, a log, tube. I apologize for Carmine barking in the background. He'll calm down and you must see a squirrel or something. So welcome to home videotaping, right?
Right.
Patty, over to you.
I'm sorry, I've gotten lost. I don't know what happened. A call came in on me and threw me off.
Oh, we didn't lose you. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay. Okay, so it's good to be back again. So this time I'm going to be looking at an isometric move using dumbbells. So I'm going to start here with one arm with the isometric hold here. I'm going to be lifting the rotation on this arm. So I'm standing, as Barb said, and a few of us have mentioned, feet planted nice and even on the ground. My abs are nice and tight. I'm pulling up, forward and down. My wrists are nice and locked. I'm exhaling in the point of exertion. I'm pulling up. That up until about 12 repetitions. And then I will switch it out. Next arm comes down. My right arm is holding this time. Coming up with the opposite, bringing a full rotation. Coming back down. Full rotation up. Down. Full rotation up. Curling, squeezing at the top. You just drop down. Want to have control on both moves. The next one I'd like to look at is called pulsing 21s. It's where we do 7 repetitions in the lower, 7 mid-range, and 7 at the top. So I'll start here. See if you can see me. So I want to make sure again that my wrists are nice and locked in and I'm pulsing. Just a little bit, if you can see me here. I'm pulsing just a little from the bottom. 3, 4, 5, 6, one more, and then I'll bring it up to mid-range. Now these are 15, so it's a little heavy. So I'm coming down and up, making sure again, my wrists aren't moving, my elbows aren't swinging in and out, I'm just coming up and down. And then at the top, I would take it up the same for another 7. I'm bringing it just here, just short of halfway. So now I'm staying tight to the right in the point of resistance, right here, at the top. And with this, you definitely have to keep your abs nice and tight, your core engaged, your feet locked at the bottom, and coming down. We would do that 7, 7, 7, bringing it to a full 21 pulsations. And there we have it for bicep curl.
All right, I just had to mute myself because my dog is barking so much in the background, so I didn't want to interrupt you, Patty. So you guys can hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, so listen, I'm going to end with perspectives on bar work versus dumbbells. It's, people ask us all the time, I'm sure all you guys will attest to this, that, they'll say, should we use machines, and we get back to the gym, of course, or bars, or dumbbells? What do you like better? And I always say it's always best to use dumbbells or plates where you're working each arm separately, or, one arm rows or what have you, because inevitably in life, we've got curvatures of the spine, hips higher than one hip's higher than the other, one shoulder's higher than the other. And that, of course, brings in inequities as we do chest presses with a bar. So if one shoulder is higher than the other, and now we've got a chest press, one pec is engaging before the other, maybe one pec does all the work. So if you're holding a bar, the same will hold true. If you've got one hip higher than the other, that's going to affect your shoulder base. And as you pull a bar up, let me show you. As you pull a bar, you could be one bicep is really engaging before the other, if not even at all. Okay, so just be aware of that. There's nothing wrong with doing bar work, what we call bilateral work. Both arms are working together here, but just know that that's a full range of motion. Here's the side view. Just know that when you do that, pay real strict attention to the fact that both biceps are firing. Try to get them both to fire. So try to square the shoulders so that you can do that. Okay, so that's something to be aware of. The other piece I'm just going to show you is, see if you guys can see me. Let me drop this down a little bit lower. I'm sorry about Carmine. I don't know. He's been so quiet. All of a sudden, he's just getting crazy. But so now I'm going to do one-armed bicep curls where we're really going to get the high piece of the bicep. Patty showed you more the low and when she was doing those low presses. And her high presses bring in the high portion of the biceps rocky. But we're going to just open up the legs a little bit. And you can do this on a chair, a bench, what have you. Do this at the gym, dumbbell plate. Lock your tricep into your thigh and just coming on up halfway. So you're just holding and down. We call these are hammer curls in a sense, or low bicep rows, okay? So you're staying loaded the whole time here, okay? And you're just bringing that elbow to wrist right across parallel to the floor, okay? And get the other side too. My left hand's always tougher than my right. But so you're locking that tricep in and using the tricep as leverage, okay? So again, just getting a little bit more of the high peak of the bicep, if that's of interest to you, okay? So kind of 4 different variations of some really different things that we can do. You can use a rock, you can use you can, something heavy. Barbara showed us last week with laundry detergent with a handle on it. That was so cool. So we've had everything today from a log to dumbbells to tubing. We hope that you'll join us. We're going to do this every week. We'll come at you. Maybe we'll do legs next week. I'd like to do a little quick program on great snacks or making shakes. I know Barb loves to make shakes. I love to make shakes. So maybe we could do a little kitchen cabinet in the next couple of weeks too. So we're probably most likely, sadly, going to be out of all of our gyms for a while. Those of us that are still actively training, you know, we'll do our best to kind of keep all of our clients engaged through these short little programs. Feel free to join us. Feel free to share this video. We have no problem with that. I know we said we were going to put our emails on the last one. I'm going to work on that this week. I'll see if I can just plug them in at the end by adding them last minute. So where you can reach us all or our text numbers. So again, I'm sure, you know, we'd be glad to stay in touch with you, and please be in touch with us. So gals, anything? Patty, what do you got? Anything?
Weeks of shutdown that we know of from the governor. At least at the 18th, they're just going to talk about it. So this is a great time to join in with the Fab Four. And if we can answer any questions for you, we'd love to do that. I think all of them are exactly in the same spot.
How about Barb? Go ahead, Barb.
No, it's all good. I hope everyone gets in tune and gets out there and uses anything they have at their house and gets moving, because it's going to help you get through this.
Yep. Vivian?
Get out of your head and keep moving.
Great advice. All right, gang, listen, stay safe, stay healthy, stay home. We'll see you next week for legs, okay? Bye, everybody.
God bless.
Bye.
Bye.